When we were going through the results of the in the selling section of the survey, it became very clear that most of you are very happy with the people you have, but you're not necessarily happy with the results that they're getting, meaning you've got good, kind, helpful people, but they're not selling like they could. And this nugget is about how to get more from your salespeople, how to get them to be more effective so you put more cash in your till. If you want to see significant sales increases in an incredibly short amount of time, you want to create a sales culture on your floor. By that I mean that everybody understands their job, and their job is to sell those people in your store something. If they're in your store, they're probably there for a reason, or they are there for a reason, and it's your team's job to go out there, engage them, make them feel good, and sell them some things. The way to do this is through sales training. Think about this. Selling is a skill, and unless you give people the skills they need to be successful, you can't expect them to be successful. It's unfair of you to expect them to be good. So this is probably I know this is playing itself out in retail stores all over the world right now, and perhaps it's playing itself out on your floor. You hire good, kind, helpful people. And somebody comes into your store, and your good, kind, helpful person comes out from behind the counter or stops what they're doing on the floor, and they approach your customer. Your customer says, or your good, kind, helpful salesperson says, "May I help you?" Which of course are the worst words in retail. The reason they say, "Can I help you?" is because they don't know any better. Your customer says, "No thanks, just looking." And your nice, kind, helpful person, having fulfilled their nice, kind, helpful obligations, then retreats to the counter or goes back to what they're doing and leaves the customer on their own. You see, what's happened there is they don't feel comfortable. They don't know what to do. You have to teach them what to do. Here's how you do it. You have a very definite sales process. You teach it not once, not twice, not 3 times, but you teach it once and you keep reinforcing it, you keep reinforcing it, you keep reinforcing it until it becomes automatic. So the process that we teach is there's a greeting, there's questioning and listening, there's this thing called a key question that transitions them from a greeting to actually talking about what the person is in the store for, and then there's a closing question, there's adding on, then there's a thank you, there's an invitation to join the loyalty program. There's a very definite process. And when you teach your people this process, they feel better about doing it. They feel comfortable getting out talking to your customers. So I'm not talking about being pushy here. I'm not talking about the hard sell. A great retail salesperson asks good questions, listens intensely, really gets to the bottom of what your customer wants and needs, and then sells them everything they want and need. They bring them to the register, they ring them up, and your customer leaves happy. It's a skill. Give them the skills. Make a commitment to creating the culture. Here's my best, easiest sales coaching tip. It's called the one-sentence wonder. And here's what you do. You're out on the floor, and if you see one of your team members doing something right, you reinforce that behavior in one simple sentence. So I see Aubrey asking a great closing question. I say, "Aubrey, that was a wonderful closing question." So Aubrey sees me and she's going, "Oh, Bob's paying attention." So she asks closing questions. She pays more attention to closing questions. She asks them with more fluency. She's focusing on what I'm focusing on. So every time you see somebody doing something right, in one simple sentence, reinforce that behavior. Now let's take it a step farther. Start your day with 10 pennies in your left front pocket. And every time you catch somebody doing something right, transfer one of those pennies to your right front pocket. Do you see what you've done? You've reinforced 10 positive selling behaviors every single day. If you've got perhaps a spouse that's in your business, or you've got a key employee, all of you can do this. What are we doing? We're keeping our team focused on the training we've given them. We're creating a sales culture that will result in happier customers, less stress from you because you know that your business is generating the income that it can, and of course, and most importantly, it's putting more money in the till.